Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Mamiya and today we're going to be checking out a new game called As We Descend. So, I have played a little bit of the demo of this when it came out. I think it was Steam Next Fest last year, and this is early access. From the demo of what I played, it's sort of like a Deckbuilder XCOM city builder sort of game, I suppose. Really interesting and unique sort of. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, we sort of. What we're going to be doing is different to other games that you may catch on my channel. So normally what I do is give you sort of a rough guide to follow what I'm doing in terms of creating builds for roguelike runs. However, this game's we're going to do things a little bit differently. So we're basically just going to lay through the game from the start, going in blind to early access, having only played the demo. So if that sounds like something you're into, then do stick around. But bear in mind, it will mean that not every video I will be successful in completing objectives or surviving or whatever. It is pretty brutally hard game. So yeah, let's just get to it. We've got one origin at the moment, votive. They have the traits command and rune. Command is used to play combat cards, and rune is used to discard a card from hand and draw a new one. Okay, you start with 3 runes and persists between turns, and the last key trait is empowered. Charges up the empowered perk for this unit, can be stacked once per squad member. Your roots lay with the crafters and forge smiths of the votive faction. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not reading that. The game has stunning visuals, by the way. Really pretty art style. Hope they improved it from the demo. Yeah, it's looking beautiful. The Vault City. To perform actions in the city, drop cards into locations. The summons. A command bearing the blood red seal of the Troika. You would be wise to go. Let's go. Before you stands the Lord Attendant, High Steward of Missives and Speaker of the Troika Regency. Lord Attendant. This cycle brings mixed tidings. The force field has drained, and the Vault City's energy has abandoned us. The commoners whisper of end times, but know that this means Ava will fulfill the prophecy. May the machine god bring us to heaven. Can we hover over that for any additional info? Nope. You, the Troika Council has decided. You are granted the title of Warden of the Wall. You will retrieve the parts to restore energy to the city. Warden of the Wall? It's not a title granted lightly. The restrictions on venturing into the Blighted Land remain for those in the city, but you will be able to pass beyond the gates with a handful of your loyalists. Once you cross that threshold, there is but a small price to pay. You are exiled beyond the wall for fear of rotten taint. Make camp outside our gates. And if I refuse, none can disobey the Troika. Let's see. Then I shall be the first. He gives the slightest glance to the guards, and you hear the creaking of their armor. Time stands still, but for a moment before they take their first step. Let's remain steadfast. The guards approach, weapons drawn. The council is unanimous. Quickly and mercifully, their spears meet. Fade to black. Okay, defeat. Right, well, that was a good run. Let's go back. They just took us out straight away. Let's see. We'll just skip the text. This must be all the energy dissipating that we need new batteries for. The summons. Yeah, we've done this. I'm ready to go. Find a reactor rod to alleviate the crisis. Reactor rod can be used to replace the irreparably ruined rods in the city. It's a resource item. Give this item to people in the city in exchange for rewards. Lord Attendant, take your forces and the expedition party. Bring them to the rally point to depart and find the reactor part. I also bequeath these envoys to you. After you repower the city using the rod, make use of them to compel citizens to your cause. We have the expedition force. Send your forces along with 6. That symbol means scavengers to scavenge resources outside the city. Scavengers sent into ruins and caves to gather resources. They are cycle bound. Whether you play this card or not, it's permanently removed at the end of this cycle. Okay. And we got envoys. Send me to talk to someone in the city. Ally stats. Your allies have 3 stats: strength, intelligence, and charisma. Higher stats improve odds of success in certain city events. So it looks like these envoys have 2 strength, 2 intelligence, and 2 charisma. Let's collect all. We get 2 of each of those. Explore the city. Locations work differently depending on the type of cards used. Certain cards can only be dropped into certain locations. City cards don't cost anything to play. Your expedition force and envoy cards will return to you after each cycle. Okay. So we have the Troika Council, Power Crisis, and question marks available there. Rally Point, deploy an expedition. Probably don't want to do that yet. Dark Alley, sorry. Send an envoy to investigate. Search for resources. All of these repaired using reactor rods. Okay. So, what if we send... Oh, we can only do it in the Dark Alley. Alley. I don't know why I keep saying alloy. Lost in the dark. With nary a light save the embers glow. Your envoy gets stuck in a side alley. This cloying darkness would surely be dispelled should you restore power to the city. Given their predicament, they may as well scrounge something up. A light glimmers from the left and a noise catches their attention to the right. Seek the light. Gain 1 favor and dismiss this location. Favor is gained by helping those in the city and kept between battles, used to play special combat actions. Dismiss this location. The location goes away if you make this event choice, or we can follow the noise, used to buy goods. We get 9 copper, which is used to buy goods and services in the city. Yeah, let's get goods and services. A minor pittance of coins left behind hastily from some fleeing commoner. And the only thing we can do... City must be repowered for... Sorry, I had to let my dog out. She was barking her head off out the window. Let's just deploy an expedition. Scavenger. The scavengers take out a map with pins of nearby objects. They trust you to choose a destination. They'll need you to protect them from hazards outside the safety of the walls. Remember, the Lord Attendant said to retrieve the reactor rod. We get 8 times favor. Accept their favour and choose a destination and depart. We have reactor rod or amplifier module. Let's just go straight for the reactor rod. That's what we set out to do. Hello, hello. We got skittering foes. They're a scaler. Enemies will scale quickly in power as battle wears on. They have an attack bonus, increased attack power, bloodthirsty molters which grow in strength. Dispatch them quickly. And we've got one dude, the Vanguard. And it looks like this is our deck to the right. So we've got different abilities from the Lantern to the Vanguard. We got light barrier, apply 4 barrier. Barrier absorbs damage, retain 50% between turns. Empower, apply empowered 1 to a friendly, improving it for the rest of the battle. That looks like it costs 0 of something. This costs 1 of whatever the red resource is, and 1 favor. Okay. Empowered charges up the empowered perk for this unit. Alacrity. We gain a rune, which lets us discard and draw. And it draws us 2. Okay, we got reposition, switch a unit zones. We got 2 of them. Smite deals 4 damage and inflict 4 stagger. Stagger gauge is filled by damage and stagger. When filled beyond 50%, each hit has a chance to leave enemies staggered. And then we got shield slam that costs 2. I presume this is energy. Deals 9 damage and applies dizzy 2. Dizzy makes what I have ever has it receive times 1.5 stagger and count down each turn. Okay, and the Vanguard has empowered might. Empower the Vanguard to increase the stagger values and add stagger on hits for all units by +1. I think they have 30 health and 3 damage. Let's go. Yes, lads. Guard zone auto action must be in guard zone to perform auto action. Let's see what we can do. Or barrier. These guys are moving to another zone. So we have 3 command. Used to play combat cards. We filled 3 at the start of each turn. So it's energy, and then we've got 8 favor. Gained by helping those in the city and kept between battles. So we can alacrity here for more damaging cards. I think we want to do that. And switch their zone. I think we do more damage there. So the stagger bar is the yellow bar. 29 is the maximum stagger, and is 16 the current? I'm not sure. Might as well apply some barrier as well. We'll keep 2 of that barrier next turn. Okay, these guys are buffing. Okay. How about we apply dizzy to them? And smite. This enemy has become staggered. You can target its weak point for crit damage. I don't think we have anything that we could draw that's a 0 cost attack. Nope. So we just end our turn. At least we got a free crit in there. Enemy intent. You can see enemy intents, allowing you to plan around their actions. When you end the turn, the enemy will perform its intended action. This enemy intends to do a standard attack, which can reach your units even in the support zone. You can barrier to absorb expected damage. You can also stagger enemies for a chance to interrupt them before they attack. So we're going to take damage here. But we can take that dude out. What if we smite there and then move back? Standard targeting. Standard attacks can reach your units even in the support zone. We took 5 damage there. Let's just go for a shield slam. We should be able to take him out next turn. 13 damage they're trying to do. Let's empower them. You've just empowered one of your units. Its unique perk is charged up for the rest of the battle. Each unit has its own empower perk. Activate different perks to turn the battle in your favour. And we staggered them. Nice. Okay, might as well just light barrier now. Reposition and get that smite in. Nice. Do we heal or do we stay at 25? I'm not entirely sure, you know. Select resource sites, spending scavengers to get it. Okay, we want that. We want the reactor rod. Minor growth. A small mass of corruption must be cleared by scavengers first. It's likely to contain resources or a basic item. Less anomaly, more likely to contain favor than usual, sure. 15 coins, not too shabby. What's this? Warning hazardous. Hazardous nodes have a much lower chance of success. If you fail the check, the item is lost. It's a major growth. The large mass of corruption must be cleared by scavengers first. Is this the percentage chance? What's this? Success rate is equal to the scavengers over the risk level. If you fail the check, the item is lost. It's a biomass anomaly, more likely to contain a rare organic item than usual. Let's go for the hard one. Did we fail? Yeah, we got no more scavengers. Alright. Let's get that rod in. It is as foretold. The warden brings the radiant hope back to the city. The workers will immediately restore critical power. This will give you access to the market plaza, along with adding a meager force field to our defenses. It will be wise to find more, yet you mentioned trouble outside the walls. Insectile horrors lurk beyond. He raises an eyebrow. Just some filthy molters. In case you run into anything bigger, we're sending you these imbued crossbows. A small squad of crossbow troopers file in, and careful with them. It's the last of our spare Mythian reserves. If you're expecting further reinforcements, you'll need to furnish the Mythian yourself. Why the need for special equipment to field more units? The Mythian used for miasma-proof equipment lurks well outside the safe reaches of the city. If you want more followers to join you outside the walls, you'll need to recover them yourself. We can take the rewards. Draft a new unit and restore 20 force field. Draft is choose one option to acquire out of a few, and the force field protects your city by granting added health to the gate lantern. So they're all arbalists, but do they have different stats? They all have the same health, 24 max health. They all have 4 damage. I think that's 4 anyway, I'm not entirely sure. And I think they all have this empowered critical. Empower the Arbalist to increase the base crit damage of all units by 50%. Yeah, they all have the same one. There's 4 units in this squad. The Wild Arbalist has... Okay, so each one of the Arbalists starts with 1 reposition and 2 steady shots. And then the difference between them is their final card. A wild... Okay. We've got Wild Volley, Pincushion, Suppressive Fire. So let's go for reposition. We've seen this before. Switches a unit's zone. Steady Shot is 1 mana, deal 6 damage, draw a card. Weak point bonus. Bonus becomes active when targeting weak points. So that's when we stagger an enemy. Their weak point becomes open. So each of the Arbalists has those. Then the Wild Arbalist gets Wild Volley, and it costs 2 mana. Deals 5 damage times 4 hits. Scatters randomly among frontmost enemies. We got the Focused Arbalist has Pincushion. Apply Fixation to an enemy, and Fixation is your units prioritize attacking this target when possible. Lasts until Fixation is applied to a new target. And it also applies Auto Flurry 1 to all friendlies. Auto Flurry as auto attack becomes a multi-attack and gains extra hits. What triggers that? Is that when they're empowered? I think that's when they're empowered. A weak point bonus. Oh no, guard bonus. When this unit is in the guard zone. Okay. So this is an auto attack build. Suppressor Arbalist. Gets Suppressive Fire. 2 mana, deal 4 damage and inflict 4 stagger times 2 hits, and if in the formation bonus, when there's another unit in the same zone as this unit, each hit applies Feeble 2, and Feeble 2 makes attack power decrease. Why don't we go for Pincushion? This buffs our frontline units with the auto attack. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. Makes auto attacks a lot better. And we've got more single target damage as well. 20 times force field. Beautiful. Now we've unlocked the market shop and the market plaza, where we don't know. Visit to reveal the mystery shop, or anything could happen in the market plaza. Let's see what this mystery shop is. I restock a bit each cycle, he says. 28% chance to succeed on this charisma roll. Draft new tech. We got 123 copper, so we could actually afford that. What's this? That's just favor. What do we got? Forget lantern card. Permanently remove a lantern combat action. I think bandages seem like a pretty good thing to pick up. It's a consumable. It persists between battles, and when no charges are left, it's gone forever. And we got Miracle of Arva. Draft a new Arva Miracle card. Miracle is a potent single-use blessing from Arva. When drawn, immediately draw an extra card. Let's get some bandages. And favor. We're on maximum favor. 10 favor is... Do we go for it? 28% chance to succeed. Yeah. We can't try again. And I don't really want to be forgetting cards this early. Locations go on cooldown after certain event choices. Cooldowns count when you end the cycle. I don't think we can do anything else. other than do an expedition. So let's go. An amplifier module. We could go for another reactor rod. Or we can get an artifact fragment. Let's go for an artifact fragment. I want to see what they're like. Symbiosis. Armor shred. Reduced armor. Negative armor increases damage taken instead. And splat. On death, vermin afflicts you with gunk. Tall lasher leads the way. Vermin follow in its footfalls, eager for fresh meat. Leave this slot empty to gain a scavenger bonus. There is no chance in hell I'm doing that for one extra scavenger. So we got our Vanguard and our Arbalist. Let's go. What have you got? Oh yeah. On death. Afflicts gunk. We want our frontliners frontlining. It's damage incoming. Probably want to do that. Gonna be taking 6 damage. This unit is now guarding because it's in the guard zone. Enemies with standard attacks must hit guarding units first. So we've got 7 damage and debuff. 10 damage total and debuffs incoming. We can do... What's Innkeeper's Blessing? Units heal 5 health at the start of each cycle. What have they got? Empowered Might. Yeah, we should do that. Let's get more stagger and damage. And I think we just pop them and do double light barrier. So we're still going to take some damage here. 2 damage. Yield Slam. Deal 5 damage and apply 2 dizzy. Yeah, I like that. We staggered this guy now. This guy is moving into another zone. Okay. I think we just gotta keep up the pressure. What can we draw? Pincushion and bandages. Yeah, we might as well. They're both free. Let's apply fixation. And heal. The guy's still stunned. We might be able to take him out this turn. Ooh. Yeah, we can, I think. 14 damage on a crit. Nice. But these guys are about to take 6. Okay. Oh, they took 7. Nasty. Pip dodgeable attack. Watch out, certain attacks like guard break attack and lob attack will always miss when you have no units in that zone. So if we end our turn with the Vanguard in the back line, this won't do any damage. Let's heal the Vanguard though. That completely got rid of our bandages. You know what? Let me just turn the audio down a wee bit. There we go. I think that's just a bit better. Do we just go all out here? I think we do. Oh, we staggered him anyway. Okay. That's well, light barrier. And then take him out with the auto attacks. Beautiful. Those bandages coming in clutch. Let's get that. Artifact fragment, 1/2 of a greater whole. We've got 6 scavengers, so we can either go for a minor growth to try and get whatever's behind there, copper anomaly, or we could just go for the massive growth. Yeah, I think we go for the massive one. Computation chip, a delicate metal chip. It must have been crafted with impossibly fine tools. And then we've got no scavengers. You just got an item card. Trade this item in the city for rewards. Let's see what this artifact fragment does. The reliquary. Research lost technology. Thank you for retrieving this precious relic. You had but 1/2 needed to piece together a powerful technology. If you find another, it would be most pleasing if you would bring them to me. We got some favor. Lovely. And then computational chip. Lantern research. He offers a simple conundrum. Overclock. Upgrade a lantern card into its enhanced form, or forget a lantern card. How do I look at my deck? Yikes. Should we just go for enhanced? Let's enhance something. We can enhance light barrier to apply 6 barrier. What about empower? Initiative. I presume that means that it starts in your opening hand. That's pretty tasty. Or alacrity plus. So we gain an extra rune. So it's 2 runes, 2 draws. I like the idea of empower though. Let's do empower. Yeah. So we can start off with buffing all our guys. And then we go to the next cycle because we've got nothing else we can do. Your old mentor. Your old mentor is hammering away at a red-hot copper plate. Looks like you've seen better days. That council truly has some wild ideas, he laughs. Still, I knew I taught you well enough that you'd survive. Come over by the hearth. Time to learn. Draft a new combat card for your units. Okay, rally. This is on the vanguard. Apply fixation to an enemy. And if they are in the formation bonus, they get apply fading might 3 to all friendlies. Fading might has increased stagger value and inflicts added stagger on hits. I do like that. But we need another unit in the same zone. Do we have 2 Vanguard? No, we've got 1 Vanguard. We can get counter hit for the Vanguard. 0 mana, deal 4 damage. If the enemy intends to attack, also inflict 16 stagger. I do kind of like this. Though fixation is good, but we do have fixation with pincushion. Target combo on the Arbalist. A 2 mana. Deal 5 damage times 2 hits. And if the enemy is staggered, so we can hit their weak points, we draw 2. And they each cost 1 less mana this turn. Oh, I do like the sound of that. But I think I'm going to go for counter hit here. It means if we're getting more 0 cost stuff, it means we can better utilize our draw and runes. Yeah, let's go. What do we got down here? Rest and recreation. Since you have the innkeeper's blessing, the tavern automatically sends refreshments to restore your troops between battles. Make sure to stop by for a drink, give your men some additional rest. Okay. Visiting here will trigger a special event. Can I just click on it? Send an item here. Oh, that's a rally point. Okay. We don't want to do that quite yet. Maybe we want to... What are our guys doing? Our guys are on full health, so I don't know whether or not we need to go to the innkeeper. Okay. Let's go to the market plaza. Elder, it is the cycle of radiance. All must stop their work and worship. We can get the Mark of Light to gain 2 favor, or Mark of Blood to acquire Bile Serum. It applies attack bonus 2 to any unit, but makes them lose 2 health. Attack bonus gives them 2 additional damage. Okay. Let's get the Bile Serum, sure. Thank you. And then let's go to the shop. Should we try again on this charisma roll? Hey, we can buy it. We've got enough to buy this and bandages, so I think we do. Let's assemble the tech. What do we get? Rite of Passage. After you recycle your 3rd card each turn, gain an energy. Recycle is using runes to discard and draw. Okay. Cyclical Dial. Whenever you shuffle your discard pile into your draw pile, gain a rune for every 7 cards shuffled. Or Power Treads. Whenever a unit switches zone, apply Fading Attack 1 and Fading Might 1 to it. Increases attack power and increases stagger values. This, we don't have enough runes to trigger very frequently. Cyclical Dial, that will work, but I think it means we only get 1 rune. But it encourages us to use our runes more. I think I like Power Treads, though. We need to make our units move a bit more, and then let's get some bandages. And we can leave. Let's go to the rally point. There's a bustle at the rally point. The scavengers have halted. Something is emerging from the corruption. We dare not provoke it. Prepare, shore up defences around the city instead of venturing outside. The city folk speak of shapes that stir within the miasma. Take caution. We get the action card, Prepare Defences. Mandatory single use, Ready the Defences. This is a special event. Let's go to the forum. Sure. The people of the city believe in your mission. They whisper your name, that you are the truth seeker, and that you will deliver them to the core. Lend their trust to gain 2 favor, or offer humility to gain 2 max favor. Absolutely go for the max favor. The Warden of the Wall, you cannot fail them. You must not fail them. Yeah, 9 out of 12 now. Wonderful. Oh no, we're already in the next cycle. Oh, this is going quickly. A the Piper. Spawner. Enemies can spawn additional minions. Siege attacker. Enemies have attacks that directly focus on your lantern. Alright. Well, I guess we go Vanguard Arbalist here. Not that we have any other choice. But thankfully, we can reposition here. I think we empower for a little bit more might bonus. This guy is just doing a special intent, which I think is just hitting our thing. Toss a card here to discard it. Okay, we don't need to move anymore. Oh. I want to do damage. There we go. Steady shot. Hit him. And then, sure, light barrier for now. We've only got one more. Discard and draw. Oh, they summon her. They're a summoner. Okay. This guy is doing an attack. So, counter hit should work in theory. But what order do we do it in? I think we got to do Shield Slam first. So Shield Slam applies Dizzy 2, which means they receive 1.5 times stagger, and counter inflicts 17 stagger. So yeah, if we Shield Slam first, we'll get... what's half of 17? Like 8.5? So 25, roughly 25 stagger. Oh, he got staggered anyway. Okay. Now we can just pop him. These guys are applying barrier and give us an affliction card. Let's hit the weak points. Ooh, that's a big barrier. Okay. We definitely want to fixate on this guy with pincushion. Let's deal 2 damage to our Vanguard so they can deal more damage in total. Let's draw some cards and get a discard. What is this? Destroying it will prevent it from spawning minions. Let's discard that. We'll do empowered critical here. And end our turn. The enemy is no longer staggered. For the next turn, it will be harder to stagger it. Oh, they got a huge attack bonus here. Dodgeable attack, watch out. Certain attacks like guard break and lob attacks will always miss when you have no units in that zone. Okay. We've got to focus them. I think we got to discard... Ooh, we got a dread here. Okay. We can't move these guys. That means they're going to be taking a lot of damage. I think we just accept the damage. Yeah, it's looking rough for him. But we're fine. Watch out, this enemy intends to attack your lantern, ignoring all units. Okay. I think we just go smite into a counter hit. Oh, we're so close to staggering. Repositioning doesn't do anything. Are they just going to take us out? Because I think the... Does the lantern only have 10 health, or is the 20 something else? Is 20 maximum health? Not sure we can do much here. We lived. Okay. Whew. Let's just smite this guy. And it's over. Beautiful. The walls hold for now. It's grim work, but the scavengers cut away useful parts from the carcasses as best they can. We get a corrupted core, a vile, still beating core. Once purified, it could be used. And then artifact fragment, 1/2 of a greater whole. Collect all and leave. Let's see. Draft a unit. Yeah, please. The veteran Forge Master would be willing to help train your troops for the new threat. Draft a new combat card for your units. Strafing Run. Deal 4 damage and move to the guard zone. Think this is the kind of stuff that we want because we have power treads. Switching zones is going to be amazing. Counter hit. The Vanguard already has one, so I'm less inclined to pick that up. Then we got Giant Slayer. 2 mana. Deal 14 damage and apply fixation. And guard bonus when this unit is in the guard zone. It inflicts 7 stagger and moves to the support zone. I think Strafing Run is where we want to go. It's 3 times. Now, does this trigger, say, if both the Vanguard and the Arbalist are in the, what they called, the guard zone, which is the front zone, I think. Will this trigger, or does it do the first bit? Hang on. This moves it forward, doesn't it? Maybe we don't want to do that then. Maybe we want to move them back. Wait, move to the support zone from the guard zone. Yeah, let's take the Giant Slayer. We want to go forward. We want to go backwards rather than going forwards. Let's see what's in the forum. Lantern Researcher, with the sudden influx of new artifacts into the city, there is a reignited spark of curiosity among the guild. Yet these recent discoveries have also brought a renewed sense of danger. We seek the Warden's advice to guide the guild's election of a new provost. What you make of the new findings. Embrace curiosity. You acquire an investigator. Okay. They're basically all intelligence here. Or a brute, which is all strength. Investigate. Negotiate with those in the city. I think I'm going to take a brute. She looks like a beefcake. A junior member of the guild speaks up. This warden will lead us through bold and daring times. Let us share their unyielding spirit. The guild hall erupts into whole-heart debate. The guild subdivision has sent you a new ally to aid you in your cause. Sweet. So we've got 5 strength, 1 intelligence, and 1 charisma. Let's see. We will take this over here. Draft a new tech. With the 2 parts assembled, you unlock a new tech. These are basically relics. Soma tablets. Whenever a unit gains exerted, it also gains 4 barrier. Exerted is this unit skips its auto action and its cards cost 1 more. We're not really doing that. Mission Regulator. The lantern can be empowered an additional time. Okay. Or Leaden Sinker. Auto attacks against enemies with fixation have plus 50% base stagger rate. Yes, please. That fits our build perfectly. Let's see what the Corrupted Core does. Lord Attendant. So, the rabble was correct. Monstrosities lay at the heart of the storm. We must be vigilant with the threat so close to the city. The council requests that you take further action to safeguard the outside. Bear the responsibility, draft a new rare unit. Is there any other solution than fighting? No, we want a rare unit for sure. Bombardier. A driven Bombardier. Has 26 health. They have empowered bombs. Empower the Bombardier to cause its auto attack to deal splash damage equal to 50% of attack power. And they have Signal Shot, which is a 1-mana card that deals 6 damage and adds a Lockstep to your hand. Lockstep is an ethereal card that switches a unit with limited charges. Playing this card, use the charge. Once all charges are spent, it's removed for the rest of the battle. So this can be used twice. Ethereal is, if this card is in your hand at the end of turn, banish it. Okay, that's pretty damn useful. Load the Cannon is a 2-mana gain attack bonus 2 with limited charges. And then we got Overdrive. 1 mana, apply supercritical 1, Bombardier gains exerted 1. Supercritical, this has 1.5 times attack power. So you want to do load the cannons as much as you can and then use Overdrive. I don't know how I feel about that. The Knight is our next rare unit. They have 32 health. They have armor, reduces damage taken from each hit, can't reduce below 1. They have Empowered Juggernaut. Empower the Knight to increase its attack power based on armor. And they have Armor Advance. Move a unit to guard zone and apply Fading Armor 1. Fading Armor increases armor. Guard zone. Units in the guard zone are prioritized by enemies with standard attacks. Right, okay. So it gets 2 of them for free. That synergizes really well with the Giant Slayer we picked up for our Arbalist. Heavy Slice is a 2-mana spell. Deals 7 damage and apply Rupture 7. Rupture says, loses health when staggered. Adding Ruptured to staggered enemies also causes health loss equal to the amount added. Sweet. Then we got the final ability, Back to Back. 0 mana, apply Fading 2 to both another friendly unit and Knight and gain exerted 1. So, super tanky unit. It skips its auto action, and its cards cost 1 more for the next turn. That would be, I presume, because it counts down each turn. Then we got the Zealot, 28 health. Combat action special attacker. Prioritizes guard zone enemy. Oh, what do these mean? Requires guard zone, and that's got flexible zone. Okay. Only usable when this unit is in the guard zone. And attack has added properties when in the guard zone. Sorry about that, guys. Quitting the video there. What do we got? Zealot has Empowered Bleed. Empower the Zealot to cause all attacks against enemies with fixation to apply Rupture 1. Oh man, that's synergistic as well. We are doing a lot of fixation. Shadow Step is a 0 mana spell. Switch a unit zone, then move Zealot to that zone. Interesting. Wicked Slice. 1 mana, deal 5 damage and apply Fixation. Fixation, your units prioritize attacking this target, And it has sadism bonus. Bonus becomes active when targeting enemies already affected by over 7 stacks of any debuff. And we've got ambush. 1 mana, initiative, ethereal, deal 11 damage and apply fixation. So we'll always draw this card on the starting turn of combat. And it gets banished if it's in our hand at the end of the turn. We do love fixation. Rupture is fun. This guy's tanky as hell. Increases attack power based on armor. Empower the Zealot to cause all attacks against enemies with fixation to apply Rupture 1. We don't really apply that many debuffs. That's the only issue. So Wicked Slice is not hitting twice. I think I'm going to take the Knight here. We get some Rupture, we get some armor, and we get movement abilities, yeah. Movement abilities is what we need. Let's go. We've got 1 coin, so maybe going to the shopkeeper ain't it. Where can we take the brute? Let's see what the innkeeper's got for us. The tasty grub is filthy establishment. Oh. Filled with raucous celebration and carefree revelry. This would be a good place to encounter people of interest. We don't have enough money to restore 15 health to all units, but we can talk to locals to gain favour. It was a boisterous occasion filled with equal parts mirth and drink. Lovely. Let's go to the market plaza. New location discovered, the work pit. A call for recruitment rings out in the marketplace. The foreman's voice cuts through the noise. Ah, Warden, we could use some help for our excavation. We've found something big in the mines underneath. You should help us in this endeavour for the good of the city. Help recruitment gives us ally. 2 of these allies which only have... Oh, they're single use and they have 1 of each stat. Or we can do a charisma roll. 58% chance to succeed. Maybe we picked the wrong ally for this. Gain either 29 coins or none at all. Let's help the recruitment. Get some allies. That's going to help us in the next cycle. And then we don't have money to buy goods, so there's no point in going to that guy. Let's see. Trade in. Ah, you don't seem to be using that much. Perhaps I could buy it off you. Reposition. For 16 coins. I want to look at my deck. Is that possible? We've got 2, 3 repositions. We take it. Yeah, I think we do. Let's forget this card. There you go. Although, we can't really spend our money. Well, we literally can't. Let's go to the rally point. do sort of want to use all three of my guys. However, I think we might need another reactor rod, because this is like our final expedition until we go against the boss. So yeah, let's get some more reactor rods, get some more health. Balloon defense. Flying receives only 0.5 damage from melee attacks unless staggered, and siege attack. Enemies have attacks that directly focus on your lantern. Okay. We're gonna need the arbalist. And the vanguard. We won't use our tanks yet, I don't think. Do you know what? Actually, no. Let's check them out. Move a unit to the guard zone. Ooh. We should definitely hit this guy. Although the guy behind is trying to do 8 siege damage. Let's move them forward. 6 damage incoming. I think we've just got to focus one of them, really. We're going to get a bit of damage. Ooh. That was a big old hit on our tower. We got a stun dude here and that wanted to apply barrier, but they're recovering. This guy's applying barrier and giving us an affliction. Let's just take out that guy. Back to back, apply fading armor 2 to another friendly and the knight. Let's just do a heavy slice. Fading armor and back to back. I'm a wee bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. That's 8 damage. Let's... We need to stun him this turn. So, we need to get rid of these light barriers. Let's get that shot off. Oh, stop giving me light barriers. I'm just getting rid of them. Don't think we need back-to-back either. But I'll keep it just in case. Damn, my asthma. Ooh. We've got no way of moving this guy. Oh, we killed him anyway. Turns out Giant Slayer's just insanely strong. Once again, sorry about that, guys. There was a cut in the video there. I'm popular today, what can I say? I think we gotta go... I want to go for the risky stuff here. So, let's go all the way down. Steel Monster Bone. Rich in calcium and titanium. Ideal for alloying. We've got no more scavengers, so we leave. Let's... see what the Mentor can do for us. This massive monster bone has more than enough calcium and iron to improve the quality of the materials from the forge. Your old Mentor will happily take this and grant a unit a new perk. Yeah. What do we get for the Vanguard Flanker? This unit's cards cost +1 more. Whenever you play a card of another unit, this unit's next card costs 1 less this turn. I do kind of like that. Heroic, whenever you target this with a card, also apply Fading Attack 1. We do have a couple of buff cards. And movement cards. What's Obsession? Whenever you reapply Fixation to an enemy, this unit immediately triggers an extra auto action. Yes. We are doing Fixation. I don't even need to look at anything else. Let's do another reactor. Most excellent. The council will be pleased. With the city at half power, any reactor rod after this one can be spent to improve specific locations instead. The force field is slowly pieced back together, staving off the miasma and beast alike. We got one more expedition. Go for money and an elite or amplifier module. Do you know what? I'm going to go for an easy battle. The Lasher. Armor Shred reduces armor, and multi-attacker enemies have attacks that hit multiple times. I don't know if it's worth going for the knight here. I know we did just upgrade him, but these guys have armor shredder, so that armor's going to be useless. Let's just take the Vanguard. Oh, it's just one guy as well. Okay, cool. Let's empower. Double light barrier and smite. Fully blocking. Oh, counter hit here is going to be good. Let's reposition. Send them up front. We are going to take the smallest amount of damage. Well, I say the smallest, it's 3 damage. No, it's no damage, never mind. Oh, shield slam. 9 damage and dizzy 2. Is that worth doing? Yes, I think it is. Let's just go all out. Ooh, big hit there. It's down to 20 health. We got 11 damage incoming, 2 light barriers, so it'll be 3 damage to us. Yeah. Oh, actually, wait, no, we retained some barrier, so we're only actually taking 1 damage. Four damage and 17 stagger. That's pretty beefy. We don't need to empower anymore, so let's just try and get another attack. With an alacrity. There we go, we got another attack. We'll do counter hit first. Into a smite and double light barrier. So we're going to be taking 3, I think. Yep. Ooh, that was way more. Is it because we have armor shred? Negative armor increases damage taken. It is. Alright, so maybe we should have used the tank that has armor. But it's fine. We've got him. Beautiful. We got 6 scavengers. A major growth down there. We may as well Pick up this. Draft a lantern combat card. For 1 mana, Caged Light. Apply empowered 1 to the lantern. If it's already empowered, draw 2 instead. Okay. Interesting. Beacon of Hope. 0 mana. Apply empowered 1. Add Lockstep 1 to your hand. And Lockstep switches a unit's zone. It's limited and ethereal. Sturdy Shield is a 0 mana card that applies 2 barrier. If that unit already has barrier, also applies Persistent Barrier 1. Persistent Barrier retains plus 50% of base barrier between turns. Counts down each turn. This is quite, I mean, pretty insane for tanking. But I kind of want the Caged Light, if I'm honest. Let's go for Caged Light. It's draw and it's buffs. And I think we go for the... Oh, we can do both here. We don't even have 7 scavengers, so we can't go for this at the bottom anyway. Let's get 14 coins and Super Grub. Squirming superfood. Someone could become much stronger with this. Cool. We've never been here, so let's check it out. Visit the healers. A grub has a multitude of medicinal uses. Its guts can be utilized for infusion. It can leach toxins, or it can even form symbiosis to give life to a fallen warrior. Nah, I'm going to take the item and leave. We didn't need that healing. I might as well save it and use it for something else, or use it as a res. We're going to the final day. Prepare the defenses. What do we got? Veteran Ford Master will be willing to help train your troops. Draft a new combat card for your units. Rapid Release. 1 mana, deal 4 damage times 2. And if they're in the Arbalist is in the guard zone, it hits 4 times instead. That's a lot of damage. The Knight can get the Blazing Blade. For 1 mana, Knight auto attack applies Burning 3 for the rest of the battle. Ooh. I mean, that's good, because we just got... we upgraded the Knight to be able to get an extra auto attack. So, synergies there. Burning takes damage after each turn. Also reduces barrier received by times 0.5. Oh, this feels very strong. Rally applies fixation to an enemy for 0. And if they are in formation, which Vanguard and Knight should be in formation together, it applies Fading Might 3 to all friendlies. And Fading Might increases the stagger values. I think I'm going to go for the Blazing Blade here. It feels incredibly strong. Super Grub. Let's take it to the Mentor. Those who consume the Super Grub are imbued with unnatural stamina. The perfect conditions for training. Upgrade a unit's combat card into its enhanced form. What's this? 20 stagger and 5 damage. So it gains an extra damage and 4 stagger. That's Shield Slam. Extra 3 damage and an extra dizzy as well. The Arbalist. Pincushion Plus. Still applies fixation, but also applies Auto Flurry 2 to all friendlies. That feels pretty good. Giant Slayer gets 2 extra damage, and when in the guard zone, inflicts an extra stagger. Yeah, I don't know about that one. What's the Blazing Blade? You get an extra burning you get an extra burning. Yeah, what about Heavy Slice? 1 more damage and 1 more rupture. Rupture also increases with attack power. I think that's a big upgrade. But I feel like the knight probably has enough upgrades at the moment. An extra turn of Dizzy is really tempting. But I think getting the extra auto flurry is going to be even more impactful. So let's upgrade Pincushion. Send an envoy over to the work pit. There's been another collapse. Oh, of course this one required strength. You're just in time to pick up the rubble. We get an ally for the next cycle if we use strength. Intelligence, gain up to 50 copper next cycle or decline. 28% chance to succeed there. Let's go for the 58% chance to succeed. Oh, we failed. Okay. Fair enough. We don't really have much money. I'm going to do the Market Plaza, chance encounter. Copper adornments are more than simple cosmetic. They amplify the signal of Merifian. We can fabricate ring. Your ally gains one of each stat. Or 42% chance to increase max health of all lanterns by 5. Let's just give them stat. New location discovered, the Noble's Loft. Warden, good cycle to you. I'm in dire need of assistance. Perhaps we could help each other out. I need to prepare my noble house to make a case for ascendancy. With your patronage, I could make a strong case with the upper terrace. Please, you're my only hope. Pay 12, get a token of friendship. Your ally gains charisma 1. Or lie about funds. Hey. Your ally slyly explains the situation and the noble is none the wiser. We are sneaky buggers. Halt, he barks. Warden's runt, why don't you make yourself useful and help process the queue? Ooh, draft a combat card, okay. Or we can gain 1 to 4 favor. I mean, we are looking a bit rough on favor. Combat cards are so good. But I think favor might be better. In this final fight, we're going to be spamming favor. Yeah, let's try and get it. Oh, at least we got 1 favor there. Okay. That's better than no. And let's go to the shopkeeper. Ooh, swift shift. Initiative, retain, switch a unit zone. As a consumable. It persists between battles. When no charges are left, it's gone forever. I think we just buy 2 favor and leave. What's this? We got to go for the special event, right? We could go to the old mentor and do stuff that we've not seen yet. But visiting here will trigger a special event. Yeah, it's special. Brief respite in turbulent times. Restore health to a unit or acquire bandages. All of my units are pretty much full health, so let's get some bandages. And I think that means it's time for the boss. Let's see what's going on with this fella, the behemoth. Wow, okay, you look terrifying. Magnitude determines the amount of aftershock created, counts up after magnitude rising is used. Dazing intent will apply exerted and cleave attacker. Enemies have attacks that strike all your units within a zone. Warning, seismic threat detected. The behemoth is a living mountain with multiple splash damage moves. I think this determines where they're placed. Maybe. If the lantern's there, is this showing the formation of the battlefield? Maybe we need to change the ordering then. Let's see. So, if the Vanguard and the Arbalist are close to the Lantern... No, we're all in the same. That didn't matter. Oh, man. Stagger or crit damage? I think we've got to go for stagger here. This guy isn't attacking this turn. So I really want to get a movement ability. Let's discard this. Okay. Not what we're after. Oh, no. Aiding armor 2. Damn. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to go all out. Your attack damage was reduced by this enemy's armor. You still deal full stagger. It's got 1 armor. Magnitude rising is there. You go up front. Apply Blazing Blade. And then I think we go for a heavy slice. He's going to get smacked for 16. Yeah. I think we just got to go for it. Yikes. We've got a load of bandages. So in theory, I think we're fine. Oh, it's stunned. Hello. We've got arm right. The behemoth's pummeling arm, once destroyed, its attacks no longer cause exerted. Dorsal vents break to weaken barrier generation by 50%. Or behemoth's stabilizing arm, once destroyed, its magnitude is reset to 1. Let's reposition you. We'll do some alacrity for drawing. I don't think I like exerted, so let's keep going. Let's empower the lantern. Repeat your next non-offensive lantern card. Do we keep going? No, I think we'll go for the damage here. And then end our turn. There's the bandages. We got 14 damage. Let's use a bandage. Oh, actually, wait. We can just smite now. Double smite. Oh, do you know what? Let's actually smack the guy's leg so we can no longer exert us. And then we can reposition both of these guys on a mover unit to the guard zone. And fading armor 1. We'll keep him up there and then reposition our back line. We still have a lot of bandages. Aftershock quick draw unplayable. Ignore aftershock explodes, dealing 3 damage to the lantern. Right, well, we got to get rid of that, don't we? The lantern's gonna take damage. You wanna... this is a bit of a pain. They're gonna get hit for 8. Yeah, I think we gotta do it anyway. Both these guys, they can take damage, it's fine. We Giant Slayer here, but big damage. Free auto attacks as well. 8 damage. Yeah. Let's apply some armor there. And then we'll steady shot. The Vanguard's gonna get... Well, they're both gonna get beat up a little bit here, but I think we'll be fine. Affliction cards like this one cause negative effects if you ignore them. Try to recycle to avoid the negative effects. Yeah, there it was. 3 damage. We got 105 damage to go. Let's empower the Juggernaut. Oh, no, we can't make a move. Okay. That is unfortunate. The pincushion we keep getting at just the wrong time. It's fine though. Or get a barrier. Why not? The magnitude is rising. I think, do we just go hard here? Let's get some alacrity. So we can discard this aftershock. Oh, we got another one. Okay, great. Got 3 energy. All these aftershocks, holy moly. I don't think we have much chance of getting what's it called? The Giant Slayer. We could try and draw it again. Let's get rid of an aftershock. We got the light barrier. Okay. We've got no more recycles left. I think we just go and try and deal as much damage as we can. Let's bring you forward. Get a shot off. There's Giant Slayer. Okay, that is interesting. We're gonna do it then. Inflict 9... 23 damage on a crit. Nice. It's on 3 health. And we've taken it down. Beautiful. With minimal casualties. Boss numero uno. With the boss slain, the fabric of the ground rots and crumbles beneath your feet. The citizens huddle into the safety of the Vault City, and its doors sealed just in time. It drills deeper into the earth with its massive core laser, beginning its descent. Restore all living units to max health and enter the next depth. Hell yeah. Well. Before we get into the next cycle or the next stage, that will be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.